Welcome to this Blender tutorial making the Venator-class cruiser from Star Wars. Press Shift A to add a cylinder. Press R and X to rotate. Move them across on the X-axis. Press S to scale. Change to Face Select. Now select the two end caps. Press I to inset. Press Alt-E to extrude by normals. Press E to extrude. Now right-click to lock. Press S to scale. Press Alt-E to extrude by normals. Press E to extrude. Press S to scale. Press E to extrude. Press S to scale. Press E to extrude. Press S to scale by a small amount. Press I to inset. Press E to extrude, then drag it out by a small amount. Press S to scale. Press I to inset. Press E to extrude, drag it in a bit, and Shift select these faces. Select these faces on both sides. Press I to inset. Press Alt-E to extrude by normals. Feel free to use your own designs for this step. And Shift select these faces. Press I to inset. Press E to extrude. Move them across on the X-axis. Press S and X to scale. Press 0 on the number pad to flatten. Press S and Y to scale. Press Ctrl R to add a loop cut. Roll the mouse up to add more loop cuts. Now box select these faces. Press I to inset. Press S and Y to scale. Press E to extrude. Press Ctrl R to add a loop cut. Roll the mouse up to add loop cuts. And Shift select these set of vertices. Repeat this step. Right click for Loop Tools. Choose Circle from the menu. Press E to extrude. Press I to inset. Press E to extrude. Press E to extrude. Right-click, press S to scale. Press E to extrude. Press I to inset. Press E to extrude. Now box select these faces. And Shift select these faces to make the base. Change to side view. Press E and Z to extrude, then drag it out. Press S to scale. Press 0 on the number pad to flatten. Press E to extrude. Press S to scale. Finally, press E to extrude. Press S to scale. Let's add some detail to the top of the base. Now box select these faces. Press I to inset. Press E to extrude by a small amount. And Shift select these faces on both sides. Press I to inset. Press E to extrude by a small amount. Now Shift select all these faces. Press I twice to inset individual faces. Press E to extrude. Drag it in a bit. Now box select these faces. Press I to inset. Press E to extrude. Press S and Y to scale. And Shift select these faces. Press I twice to inset individual faces. Press E to extrude. Now Shift select all these faces. Press I to inset by group, then extrude again. And Shift select these faces. Press I to inset. Press E to extrude. Press S to scale. Now select the top faces. Press I twice to inset individual faces, then extrude again. Now Shift select all these faces. Press I to inset by group. Press E to extrude by a small amount. Now Shift select all these faces. Press I to inset, then extrude again. Press I twice to inset individual faces, then extrude again by a small amount. Rename the mesh. Move it into position on the Y-axis. Move them across on the X-axis. Finally, move them up on the Z-axis. Continue to adjust the position. Press S to scale. Zoom out. Continue to adjust the position. Move the laser turret down until it sits within the hull. Check the result. Now unhide the turret. Add some materials to the turret mesh to get your desired look. Add a second material for the windows. Make it a blue material. Next, let's add an array and a mirror modifier. Change the offset and then change the count to 4. Now increase the offset to match the image. I hide the turrets, and now I am going to adjust the geometry of the hull so I can add an indent for the 4 turrets to sit in. Press 7 for top view. Now change to vertex selection and X-ray to see the image. Select vertices and press G twice to reposition it. Toggle between X-ray and normal view while moving the vertices to match the image. Take your time to adjust the mesh, adding loop cuts where necessary to give more geometry. Let's speed through this part. Once you have something looking similar to this, now Shift select all these faces. Press E to extrude. Then press S and Z to scale. Press 0 on the number pad to flatten. Move them up on the Z axis. Change to side view. Press R and X to rotate. Move them down on the Z axis. Check the result. Now unhide the turret. Move them down on the Z axis. Move them across on the X axis. Press R and Z to rotate by a small amount. Change to side view. Press R and X to rotate by a small amount. Move them up on the Z axis. Continue to adjust the position. This completes the tutorial. Remember to like and subscribe for more tutorials. Thanks for watching.